to another episode of Midwest Whitetail. Today is November 10th, and I hope that this one has found you in the woods, or if not, that means that you're already tagged out. I have heard of a lot of great action occurring today, and it's not Monday, so that means that we're bringing you that midweek episode. Before we dive into what's on this show, I wanted to take a step back and talk about Monday's show. Owen Riegler had that incredible decoy hunt, and then Caleb Greiner brought us that unfortunate update with that 190-inch plus deer he called Lucky. So if you haven't checked that out, please go ahead and do so. That is some of the coolest behavior that I've seen captured in Midwest Whitetail history, and I definitely think that if you're a bow hunter, it's going to get you excited. Plus, Caleb gives us some insight into what his new plan is, and word on the street is he's had some great encounters. That leads to my next thing, that the daily blog channels, please don't forget about them. Mike's had some incredible hunts. Caleb's had some awesome hunts with some great deer behavior on those new properties. And then myself and Drake had a pretty awesome event occur on the Iowa public land where we were able to come across another hunter's deer, use the power of social media, get in touch with him, and then we went on a recovery that we're not gonna soon forget. So check them all out. We got the After Hours podcast. We've got the Chasing November giveaway through Arctic Shield that I've mentioned a few times. And on this show, we're going to be joining Zach Rozmus and Aidan Epperson. Zach Rozmus at the end of October was able to have an incredible hunt, and it's one that really just showcases that the power of friendships, the power of working together. He's actually able to harvest his first buck on Area 52, well, nearby anyway, on his neighbor's farm, because of working together. So I couldn't be happier for Zach. It's an awesome hunt. Ty Allen, one of our interns, did an incredible job capturing it. And then following that, we're joining Aidan Epperson and Avery. Those guys and Tyler Behlmann paired together to get a new permission farm that they're calling the Brush Farm. They located that piece October 15th, speed scouted it, and then by November 1st was sitting behind the #1 deer that was on the property. Couldn't be happier for those guys. There's a showdown during that hunt that I think all bow hunters can relate to. I think that Aidan was a draw for right around 2 minutes. So an exciting episode. We hope you guys enjoy this one. Have a fantastic weekend, and then we'll see you back here next Monday for the story of DK with Mike Reed, and the action is just going to continue from there. So appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Let's jump to the episode and let us know how you liked it, and best of luck the next time you hit the woods.
Well, it's 11:15 now, and we have made the move into a stand. This is a tree that I've spent quite a bit of time over on my neighbor's property, and we did a joint logging pretty much a year and a half ago now. And this is one of those trees that I remember even when they were logging, I was like, don't log that one. Like, I just remember telling them that because I just thought it set up so well for a north wind. And essentially we have a straight north wind tonight, and we have a north-northwest wind tomorrow. So this is a hanging hunt tonight, not the easiest tree to get into because it's a little bit bigger of a white oak, but I love the spot. There's a nice little ditch right in front of me where they're gonna loop around it, and this is just one of those spots where I think if you put enough time in this location, you get an opportunity at a deer. So I think they're gonna move tonight. Had a few buddies that have killed already today, and then who knows, maybe we'll get a little luck coming our way tonight too. Slow-mo opening of Lunchable. Just like that tag peel after you shoot a deer. Get on. We are down to our last 35 minutes legal shooting light. Definitely had a flurry of activity there for a while. I mean, from 3:30 until pretty much now, which we've had a lull of about half an hour or so, but we can still see some deer out in the pick cornfield. Who knows, maybe we'll see some buck activity yet tonight, but the next couple days are looking pretty good, and having them right at the base of the tree, that made them worth it. That was a really cool encounter with all those does and fawns. Gotta love that type of stuff. It's gonna be a cold ride, Ty. Good morning. It is October 30th, and Ty and I are set up. We're back in that hanging hunt set that we did yesterday midday. Beautiful, really cold, crisp morning here in southern Iowa. First hard frost of the season. My truck said 22 this morning, so it definitely feels like it right now. I think we can get away with a light northwest wind in this spot, but if it switches too much westerly, we're gonna have to regroup at some point today. But gosh, it's just a beautiful morning, calm right now, and feels good to be in a tree. Down here. Yep. It's chicken nugget. You see him, Ty?
Yeah, I see him.
Okay. It's too far. Switch to the other side. You still good?
Yeah.
I can't shoot there. Still good?
Yeah.
Matt. It might have been a little low. It looked left and right, it was good. I tucked it back a little bit because he was quartering just slightly away. He's big. Gosh, that happened quick. I knew as soon as I saw a deer over here to my left that it was a big body. I saw it moving through there. It just looked like a giant bodied deer. And I was like, that's gotta be a mature buck. And I'm almost positive it's Chicken Nugget. He got broke up a little bit. I think he's probably about 35 yards out. It looked a little low, but left and right, it looked good. I'm shaking, Ty. Man, we've been putting in some time. That's the first deer we saw this morning, too. All right, we're gonna have to watch it back. Man, I think I hard punched him. Good morning.
Dude, let's go. Shut up.
Yeah, it's the only deer we saw so far, and we came back to that hanging hunt that we did yesterday and came back to the spot. I didn't even see the rack, but I could see his head, and like my instant thought in my head was that, yep, that's Chicken Nugget. Like he just has like such a dark forehead on him.
Send me a shot of the clip of the shot.
Yeah, I'll leave you in suspense for a little while.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, it's been about an hour since the shot. The shot does look a little low, but I still think it's going to be low heart is what it looks like to me. So, at this point in time, that buck, if he's going to succumb to that heart shot, I mean, he's been dead for quite a while now. But we're going to go back, get my truck, buy us some time a little bit, get everything situated, and that gives us less stuff to have to carry out later on. So next time you see us, we're going to be at the bottom of the tree working our way back to the truck, and then I'm excited to pick up the blood trail on this one. It's 9:40 now. I mean, we haven't been over to the spot where we shot him at all, so I think we walk over there and just take it really slow. We'll probably try to keep the talking and everything down pretty quiet and try to pick it up and hopefully get on blood right away. I think that there's an opportunity or potential that with that arrow being in him the way it is, we might not have a lot of blood right away. So we might have to review that clip a few times to try to get that path that he took through there. But I'm excited to get out there and look. Here we go. Could have been like right around here, right? Love there. Dude, he's right here. He's right here. I can't believe we didn't see him go down. Gosh. Oh, man. Let's freaking go, Tari. Boom. Dude, he is a freaking tank. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Oh, man. Just a brute. Gosh, I'm stoked. Gosh, man, this is awesome. We gotta make some phone calls now.
Mike shot DK. You killed Chicken Nugget.
Yep. Owen killed last night, it sounds like, too. Kane killed yesterday. Man. I can't thank you enough, man. That was fun.
Oh man, that was great.
Well, on October 30th, we finally brought it all together. It's been a special morning. You know, it really has. The last couple days, Ty and I have hunted really hard. To be sitting behind the buck that I call Chicken Nugget today is really rewarding. And then also the part that I think is the most rewarding is that I've gone through my process of owning land here in southern Iowa, and this is actually my first buck that although this is on my neighbor's property, it just feels like it's down at Area 52. Chicken Nugget was a buck that was really prevalent on my farm and also on their farm. This deer ran with a buck I called Shrimp last year that I had a lot of encounters with,
And I remember saying just a few days ago to Ty that it was just a matter of time that we're going to run into this deer just by how active he was being. So he was hitting every scrape, you know, pretty much every cutty back that I had on this farm he was showing up on. And then for him to show up this morning and be the very first deer that we saw right after first light, I mean, that was no surprise really when it comes down to it, because we knew we were in his core area. And I just can't thank my neighbors enough too for allowing me to be out here. You know, one of the things that's been really fun about owning land is developing a friendship with John and Gabe, my neighbors up here, and they're such good guys, and to be able to experience this with them, because they were one of the first messages I sent out after I flung an arrow this morning at this big brute. And you know, to have that moment where, you know, they were, you know, just as happy as if they were the one that pulled the release this morning. So that's really special to be able to go through that. And we're always exchanging different pins on Onyx about different projects that we're working on, and it's fun to bounce those ideas off of friends and go through that process. And you know, this morning was really special, and I want to give a special thank you to Ty too. He's really been grinding, you know, with me, and it's always fun to have a friend with you in the tree when you go through that experience. And if you spend any time doing videography in the outdoors, especially when you're filming deer hunts, it's very rewarding, because oftentimes when you're behind the camera, you get that same adrenaline rush as if you were the one that pulled the release or pulled the trigger. And to reach over to Ty and say, hey, I can see Chicken Nugget, you know, and I instantly knew it was him. It's bittersweet to be sitting here too, because he was a great adversary to go through, you know, the process with, and it was really rewarding bringing it all together. So although this chapter is coming to a close, I still do have another tag as a landowner here in my pocket. So I think I'm gonna give Ty a few days off, let us regroup a little bit, get this story all put together so we can share with you guys. And we look forward to sharing the next chapter of this season, because there's still a lot of good hunting left yet.
So this is like an island of trees right here with two alleyways coming through, a big scrape right here. Tree here that's already looks like it's been trimmed. Make a good, I went ahead and cut an access, just a walk-in path right there that we could get in easily and quietly. Scrapes, rubs all up in here, another one here. That's where I seen that big deer running right up this tree line, right up towards there. Several scrapes down here, just kind of all over. But
well, it is October the 15th, and as you can tell, I'm pretty excited. I was thinking it's not a great time to pick up a new hunting piece, but when's a bad time to pick up more ground to hunt, especially something like this? This is a piece that I've been familiar with the last several years, and I've been actively trying to get permission on it. And Avery and Aidan and I have just picked up 260 acres that we're referring to the brush farm. It's a clean slate. It is 260 acres of nothing but draws, timber, and CRP. Has a big creek that runs down through the bottom of it. We're gonna get after it. We have a cutting back system, cutting link system that we're gonna put up on this today. We're a day late, but we're excited about it, and we're gonna put our boots on the ground.
It's the evening of October 25th, and Avery and I are sitting on our new farm called the Brush Farm. We just picked this up with Tyler a few weeks ago. It's exciting to be sitting here on the first sit. We've got one deer for sure shooter. We're calling Stick Tight. He's a big 8 that we had on camera. Got a big dagger with a split coming off of it, off his base. Just a big mature deer. So we're gonna be spending a lot of time out here, see what the evening brings us. Welcome to us, Whitetail. It's the evening of October 26th, and Avery and I are back in here on the brush farm in the same spot we were last night. We are wanting to get down to another part of the farm to hunt this evening. It just wasn't a tree to get into. The wind was swirling really bad, so we just elected to back out. And the wind is actually exactly what it was last night. It was supposed to be south-southwest, but it's coming more out of the southeast. So we're good for this spot. But this morning at 8:30, stick tight showed up just down here over my shoulder at the end of the CRP field on what we call the central scrape camera. We had 2 pictures of him, and it looked like he turned and went south towards the creek, but it's hard to tell. We don't have any more pictures of him. All the pictures we have had of him have been on this side of the farm. We were trying to maybe get in front of him and kind of guess and get down where we were going to go earlier this evening, but it just didn't work out. And in all reality, my gut is telling me to come here. I feel like he might have doubled back up into this thick bedding that we've seen several deer come out of. We got rain coming down on us a little bit here. It's real windy. We're going to get hunkered in, and it's warm again, but hopefully with these conditions, cloudy, rainy conditions, he'll step out and make an appearance. If he does, we're for sure going to try calling to him. He's a big bruiser, it seems like, so we're going to get hunkered in and hopefully stay dry and hopefully lay eyes on stick tight tonight.
There's 2 bucks, Aidan.
There's one thrashing a tree right now.
That's not him. The one that's him is to the left of that buck thrashing that tree. Oh yeah, they heard it. Keep going. Don't move too much. Don't move too much. Trying to get downwind of us, so he's going to the left. He's gonna hit that trail and come up, I think. Hey, stop, don't move a bit.
Well, guys, it's finally November 1st. Sweet November is here. Avery and I are back on the brush farm after stick tight. We elected to come here just kind of out of spite of the wind being right for the first time in a few days. So we were going to hunt the home farm with Avery on the G3 buck like we did last night, especially after him daylighting, but the wind was just kind of eerie for certain spots. It just made more sense with the wind to come here, so we climbed in the northwest plot here in the stand that we encountered him in last week, and we haven't had him on camera. I think the last time was yesterday at 1 o'clock, but he was way on the south part of the farm headed west. We haven't had him back over here on this part, but nonetheless the wind's perfect for it. We can slip in here nice and easy after work, so we're gonna sit in here, probably do some calling. You know, maybe he'll make an appearance. There's also 210, and with the rut, anything could show up. We could have a new deer, especially with all the CRP, all this bedding, all the does. You never know what's going to show up. So we're going to sit tight and see what the evening brings us. We're excited. What's he doing?
It's not him, is it?
Is it him?
He heard it.
Is it him?
There's no way that's him.
Okay, no, it's not him.
You got him.
Go down.
Quit shaking the tree.
He's gonna go down right there. Get ready, he's gonna go down right there.
Was he quartering to a little bit, maybe?
No, he was broadside. I think I just might have hit him back in the liver, maybe. I think it was just a touch back.
He's gonna go in there and he's gonna bed down and die, so.
Yeah. They just need to see where he goes in.
Got it on him, so.
And then I'll go up over here.
I'm about to lose him in the camera.
He's walking down that path. You talk about wild. Oh my gosh. We just got in the tree. We just got in the tree. We had a couple does filter through, a small buck. I mean, it's 3:30, 4 o'clock maybe. I was just sitting here, I looked up, and I thought it was him, a buck, down exactly where he just stood for a little bit. I seen it from the back in the binos. I was like, Avery, it's him. I just caught a glimpse, and I just, in my gut, thought it was him. Literally grabbed the grunt call, grunted. Avery's like, I don't think that's him. Looked through the binos. Sure enough, it wasn't. I no more. I sat down, just with these branches I couldn't see. I sat down. It wasn't him. I looked to my left and he popped out right here at 35 yards. He was just through here, and he caught us red-handed, just looking for that grunt. We had to, it felt like forever. I had to pick the bow up off the thing, and finally was able to get a shot at him at about 25, 26 yards. I thought it was perfect. It might be just a touch back, but he's not toting that. He ran down here. We watched him bed down just at the end of the CRP. That is insane. That is nuts. That is exactly what we were hoping for to happen. We knew he's been in this area. He's been in here thick and heavy. Y'all have heard us say stick tight over and over and over again. And it's all paid off November 1st. Dude, that's freaking awesome. On the new farm, all the hard work pays off. I can't help but laugh. That's great. That's awesome.
Well guys, I believe we just found stick tight. We were sitting here looking through the CRP with no luck, and with his last bed being right here on the edge, I finally just took a deep breath and was like, what do deer do on a liver hit? They go to the creek, they go to water. So I was like, well, that looks like the path of least resistance. Sure enough, I walked in there and he was laying over the edge right there. I haven't gone and taken a look at it. Avery came down here, so we're gonna ease in here and go get our hands on it. Dude. Yep, I'd say he was probably dead last night when we came in here. We just got so ate up with looking in the CRP, we didn't think to look down in the creek. That is a freaking toad. That is one heck of a deer. November 1st paid off. Well guys, the stars aligned perfectly yesterday afternoon. Was able to finally get an opportunity at stick tight with kind of a crazy scenario of events there. Thinking another deer was him and then turning and there he was. But I'm tickled pink to be sitting behind this, what we believe to be a 5.5-year-old deer on the new farm. He's just an awesome deer. Got all kinds of things going on. Thank you to Avery for filming me and being here. Thanks for Tyler for the opportunity to get to go in on this new farm and be partners on it. And thanks to Midwest Whitetail for everything that they do. We greatly appreciate it. It's all for moments like this, to be sitting right behind big mature bucks, and this is what we live for. With that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in to Midwest Whitetail.